Hi, Lisa. Hi, Silver Wolverine.
Hi, Nick. Hi, Wolvie.
How you doing, Lisa? Nick?
Hi. So we have 79 in Flag City Parks, Doug M. And my TV okay, there we go. In T Square. Good to see you, Doug, and Full Monty. Hey, go, Georgia. Jack, how are you?
Hey, Jack.
And is that Wally's? Because I really can't see from here that well. But it's in Gunny's quarter deck. It's good to see you guys. It's been a long time. Been a little while.
Yeah, it's the same three, Gunny.
Yeah, I know. Sorry to disappoint you, but we're going to do different things.
It's the same thing as last night. And, Doug, we're not going to have a debate tonight. We have put that to bed. There is no longer going to be any Morgan 2021 and 2023 talk out of my mouth.
Oh,
yeah, she already knows that I won a lot last night, so we're done.
I'm just going to let him think that because it's just much easier to do so. So, and to fight about it. I am so over it. So over it. But it's been a while, except last night I kind of got back on the horse, but starting to feel a little bit better. So started doing some streams again. And V Rose isn't able to be with us tonight. He's got another prior engagement. So we'll see him in a week or so. Flag City, how are you? And Darren from Canada, how are you? Silver Wolverine. Yes. Yes.
Well, you know who Full Monty is? That's Sean Krause.
I love his.
Okay.
He comes up with the best names all the time, and he is hilarious. And he said, "Go Georgia!" And Gunny, how about them Bruins? I know they were down in Florida not too long ago, but I think the Bruins are going to really go all the way. It's Bruins' turn, Gunny. It's the Bruins' turn. And Mr. Bruno, it's good to see you. It's good to see everybody. So, Lisa, how you been?
Since last night, very well.
Well, yeah. But,
I've been doing some deep dives on some of the topics we were talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And
Starika, long time no see.
Hey.
Yes, go Bruins.
Darren.
Oh, Full Monty, go Bruins. My goodness. I like him as Full Monty because he is very agreeable. So, Jersey.
Jersey. What about Jersey?
Gunny put Jersey, and I'm not getting because anything outside of Massachusetts, I really don't pay attention. So, yes, we had fun last night. Oh,
Flag City said he bought 212 SMS sets. What? How many? Flag City? What do you mean? 212 SMS sets?
Just about a month ago.
No. Where did you get that many?
Great. Hey, Scott, long time no see. It's good to see you.
We need to hear from Flag City.
Flag City has a lot of sets.
Wow.
He always has a bunch.
What are you unwrapping there?
I didn't, honey. No.
Silver Patriot, how's it going?
Hi, Silver Patriot. So I have a 1992 set right here. Wondering what I should do with this.
I can't imagine that it's going to be like cracked open or broken open or cut open or something.
I don't know.
I bought some Oreos. Oreos. Well, yes, Gunny.
Hi,
yes.
Rainbow.
Johnny Rainbow and Rainbow. Oh my gosh.
Rainbow.
And the people in here don't like to see sets open, so I just will kind of chill for a minute on that. But you know, we talked about what I do when I do open these sets, right? So Wolverine, you had asked me that question, and
Yeah. Yep.
I have my list right here. I go through all of these lists. These are varieties and errors that I'll go through and look to see if there is anything to look for. Let me show you the. Lisa, did I send you these lists?
Yes.
I did. So this is, for example, crack that set. Okay. Hi, John. How are you?
Hi, John.
So this is my Kennedy one. And if you can see it. And so I will go through all of these and then I'll put them under the scope. And I will look for the errors and varieties. And I
Should we get a vote? Should we get a vote to see how many people want to see you crack that thing open? Or do you just want to crack it open, or don't you?
It's going to get cracked open.
Let her crack it open.
Crack it open.
It's just a matter of time. It is a beautiful set. And this came from Freaking Awesome because he's freaking awesome.
They look like they have good cameo, right?
I know, right? Yeah. Oh, and then I do save all of these, and I save the boxes. It's got some hair in it.
You know, that drives me crazy saving all that.
Is there going to be any fancy tricks opening this one up?
No. Oh my gosh. Can somebody take care of that? Silver Wolverine.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, you know, like, okay, ready?
You need to make me a mod there.
I do. Let me go.
Okay. Oh my gosh, this one's tight. I gotta take my rings off. This one's a bit tight.
Nick.
Yes.
When you've done that, what? Oh, you need your nippers.
Oh no, that just. Oh, this one. Crack it. There we go. Let me slide this on.
Okay.
Let me do it first. Here we go. Whoops. There we go. Beauties. Look at that. They look pretty, huh? Rocky Superstar.
Leave them up. Leave them up. Oh, let's make Rocky Superstar a mod.
He is a mod.
Okay. Yay.
And Perry Custom Cards. Good to see you.
Does everybody see those comments gone now?
I don't see them anymore. Look at that penny. Holy
smokes.
What
are we talking about? Ooh.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's see the obverse for again. Okay, can you move the penny in?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they are very pretty. What a nice clean set. I hope you have some sleeves for them ready to go, right?
They're beautiful. You guys, I am not such a pro. I don't hurt myself.
No, sleeves to put the coins in.
Oh, absolutely. Of course.
Okay.
I will put them in flips, and then I will do something with them, of course.
You have a scope? Let's look at them.
Well, it's not hooked up, Lisa.
Uh-huh.
Let me see what set this is. I got 2 more sets. I got a 72. Okay, so we'll do one more, and then we'll do one for the end, and that will be the grand finale. So I have a 91 and a 72. Which one I think we should go with the 72.
Yeah, 72. I vote.
Much more interesting.
Because I think, I know, I think so too. It's beautiful. Biggie, how you been? And Sue.
Hi, Perry.
See, this is a 72.
So anyway, you look for errors, you put them under the scope. If there's no errors, then what do you do with them?
Well, I do know that a lot of people, so like Freaking Awesome likes the pennies, and since he gave me the sets and he had them sent to me, I'm sending him all of the pennies. And I have requests for him, to be honest with you, people that are trying to upgrade their collections, and I'll just send them to him.
Oh, wow. That's cool. That's good. Yeah. That's pretty nice.
They do not get opened in vain. We'll put it that way. And this one, hi, Thomas Buckley. Super easy, you guys. This is just getting It's, I hate to say this, but I've done so many, it's almost getting to where it's like not even exciting anymore. I can hold off.
I think it
It's
is.
like a knife. It's like a knife going through butter.
Kinda. I mean,
I like doing it just because it's so much easier to see these beautiful, clean.
that's exactly right. The plastic fools you, and you cannot tell me that this plastic is good for these coins. It's not.
Yeah.
And this one right here, for example, this set, the 72 was very easy to open. I could put my fingernails in between the, and you could see the penny. I don't know if you can see it, but it's discolored. Oh, you can't see it. But over here, it is discolored. So air's been getting to these coins anyways.
Do you mean toning? By discolored, do you mean toning?
Yeah. Yeah, it looks odd, though. The penny looks odd. Not like a pretty toning. It almost looks discolored. You know what I mean? But it is toning. But the Kennedy's pretty. You really can't see the color. There's like it is a little the quarter is toned quite a bit, but you can't see it right now. But it is.
Rocky Superstar, you're right. I didn't even hit the like button yet. I can't get my mouse.
I hit it days ago, I think. Let me look. Yeah, I think I hit it a few days ago. Yep, I did.
So we had a fun stream last night, and I was just letting everyone know we put it to bed.
Great, Scott.
Great, Scott. So
I thought we postponed it until after the 2023s are fully released and we've had a chance.
Yeah, maybe we can revisit it then, but for now, I am so over it and really couldn't give a crap even when they come out. How about you? I'm sure everybody else is tired of hearing about it too. I can't imagine they're not.
I agree. I agree with you.
But what was fun last night was Lisa, and she was the judge in a robe and a gravel, the whole 9 yards. She looks awesome.
I was channeling Judge.
Can we look at Rocky Superstar's comment down there, please? Can you highlight it?
Yeah, which one?
It's like third from the bottom.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yes, I have to thank you, Rocky Superstar. I have to thank you.
Except he's not right, but I'll give it to you.
I don't want anything for free. Thank you very much.
Well, it was neck and neck for quite a while. It was a tie for quite a while, but there were some zingers.
I mean, for a coin that's not even out yet, I think I did very well.
Silver Patriot says CBDC. We're gonna get into that a little bit.
Yeah, let's do it. So,
Gen X says rigged.
oh, hi, Gen X. Hi, Polly Buck.
Polly Buck. Send him a link.
Send him a link.
Doesn't Polly Buck usually do Saturday night with you?
Oh, I don't know if he wants to. I mean, if he wants to come up, sure. But
Polly says I'd choose asterisk. What does that mean, Polly?
He chooses me as the winner. So,
Polly, but that's not what he said. If you read the comment, it says SW with the win. Let's go blue. I agree with both of them. Both points.
I was just gonna say, can we just hold off for a second because I wanted to say something nice about Polly, but now I'm not.
Not gonna say something nice, Nick.
Michigan
do you have a sticker you want to take off your? You want to move stickers to the naughty board?
No, I do have Polly Buck's sticker here, his mug, and I was gonna put him on the board, but he hasn't been inducted yet. And I'm kind of questioning that right at this moment. I'm just teasing. So I won this on Polly Buck's channel on his live stream. So I wanted to share this.
What is it?
It is a Peanuts.
Aww. Can you tap it? You can't really see it. Tap it or something.
Oh, what is that we're looking at? Oh,
Peanut.
the peanuts.
It looks like, is it the Great Pumpkin?
Yeah.
Okay.
50th anniversary, I think. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, 55th anniversary.
Who else used to read the Little Peanuts comic books? Those little books that. Do you guys remember Peanuts?
Yes, I do. I remember like the specials. They would have Christmas special and.
No, not TV. Reading the books.
Oh no, I don't read. I didn't read the books. Muscle Shell, how are you? Muscle Shell, I need a sticker, and you would be up there before Polly Buck. I'm just teasing.
Oh, Monty. Oh my goodness. Momo, hi.
Green one. How are you? So, yes, I won this on Polly Buck's channel. So, and he had a fun live stream last night, but I did not win his gold. He was giving gold away last night.
Aw.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. And Steve Wood won, and but couldn't have gone to a nicer guy because Steve is a very nice person. So I was happy that he won. My goodness, I had to sit there for like 2 hours before he picked the winner. It's better. It's funner making fun of Polly when he's on the stream. Doctor Who, how are you? Okay, so Lisa, I'm sorry I interrupted you because I was going to show what I won on Polly Buck's channel. So
what was I saying?
I think
Doctor Who? Gosh,
Friday night streams he's doing. Are you going to go back to Monday now, Polly, or are you going to still do Fridays? So Lisa, I'm sorry. I go back to your what you were saying. I'm sorry.
I don't even remember.
Is it CBDC?
Yes.
We're talking about that already? We didn't start that yet. We're still chit-chatting.
Oh, I thought we were going to start. I thought you wanted to go ahead.
Oh, do you guys, let's ask.
Why not? Why not?
Do you guys want to talk about the central bank's digital currency, CBDC?
I do. I'm going to bed. Well, Monty, it was good to see you.
Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. We have a problem here. My battery's dying, and I don't know why. I have to drop for a second.
I'm hoping for Fridays.
Nick?
Yes.
My laptop battery is. I have to stop my cam for a sec.
Okay, so you got to plug in, huh?
Well, I was plugged in, but I think I kicked it.
So right now we got Michigan. We'll just talk about football. Georgia won a huge game tonight. So they're still undefeated. Crypto equals control. Yeah, a little bit.
Yep.
A little bit.
Georgia's still undefeated. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
They won pretty big so far. All the top 4 teams lost until Georgia, and now Michigan's on. So hopefully they win.
There was a couple upsets, but that does not necessarily mean that they're out of it, right?
Right. So tomorrow, I believe at 1:00. Well, I'm not sure the time, but it's going to be tomorrow. Is going to be when they're going to announce the top 4, and USC is probably going to be out of it, but TCU has a chance to still be in it. Mm-hmm. But I think for ratings and for money purposes, I think they're going to want Ohio State and Alabama both in it. So I think they're both going to get in.
Well, I have a feeling it could go down to, if we have a national championship, it might be Michigan and Georgia again.
I'm hoping for it.
Well, you know what's going to happen.
You're going to have the Michigan Wolverines holding up the trophy as national champs.
I'm going to let you have that right now because you're going to be so disappointed when it's not going to happen. So I might as well just give you that right now. Gunny,
Nick,
I live close to Georgia. Seriously, yes.
It's not charging, and I don't know why. And
Thanks, Gunny.
I might get drop and have to move all the way back to my office.
Oh man,
I know it. I'm going to try a different plug.
Yes, Jack. As far as I know, as far as right now, I am. I will see you at the fun show in Orlando. And I think Flag City Parts is going to be there. Gunny's going to be. I mean, Big E's going to be there. We're going to have a lot of people in Florida. They won't know what hit them when this crowd, this motley crew, enter the coin show. And Jack, I think are you going, Jack? Gunny, what's the head count so far? No, and Lisa, I don't believe is going. Polly Buck's gonna be there. Huh, that'll be fun. Two Scoops, how are you? Well, Polly Buck, we can see your hair. Just kidding. I'll be Polly Buck's so stupid. Oh, sorry. Metal Dragon. Coin show at the coin show, but I have to say, Metal Dragon is now in the stream. I have got to thank him. He sent me a coin, and it's a beautiful quarter.
Metal Dragon's inquiring about coin show at Fenway.
Yes, we're working on that. Metal Dragon sent me this Maine quarter. Why is my camera acting all weird tonight? I guess because I was. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Thank you, Metal Dragon.
Really awesome.
That is beautiful. Mark B, what's up? Don't get. Polly, I'm going to stop reading your comments. Mark B, long time no see. And Scoop, I'm so glad you're doing better.
Hi, Scoop. Hi, everybody. Meanwhile,
Metal Dragon. Yes, we should really have Polly Buck. We really should have that Fenway coin show. So, Lisa, you with us? Or you just temporarily?
Yeah, I think I am. I'm not going to do any screen shares. I don't know. This is for the chat. Do you guys know what the digital currency is? Do you have
central bank digital currency?
Yeah. Do you guys know what it is? Polly's talking about sports.
What did he say?
This might be too heavy for Saturday night, to be honest with you.
Let's hope so, Polly.
Yes, Rocky, Fed coin.
It's Purdue. It's Purdue. I really, really hope you guys actually get government controlled crypto.
Yeah. So it's a lot to unpack, but it's getting close. And they just did a test of the wholesale market, which is the banks, bank to central bank. I don't know how well they did or anything, but have you guys been out to, do you ever go out to the WEF, the World Economic Forum? Do you know what's happening with that? These are going to be some big changes coming down. And in our little community, we really don't talk too much about this. And I was looking online, and there's a lot of histrionics out there. I know that this is not, okay, positive or negative, whatever. It's going to happen. And I've been looking at the different information sources to get a feel for what exactly is this going to be and how's it going to impact us. And for a while, I thought it wasn't really going to be I thought it would be a superficial impact to us. But as I get deeper into it, I think it could have quite a profound impact. And I'm just wondering, is this a conversation that you guys want to have in our coin community, since it's going to be the new currency? And we will be losing the things that we like to collect. I think that the things we like to collect will be around for a long time, but a lot of people are making a living off this stuff. I don't know if it will have the same value. I just wondered what you guys think about that. And Gen X is talking about Purdue. They don't want to talk about this, Nick.
So you said we're going to lose the things that we want to collect because why?
Okay, when digital currency rolls out, then the coinage and the paper currency is going to be worthless. I thought that would be something that was going to take some time for the transition, but it looks like even out on the WEF, they're saying that it's going to be a single day transition, like a Sunday night, they're going to shut it down, and Monday it's going to start up. And oh, by the way, here's the digital currency. I don't know if they would really do that. This is a world.
Well, yeah. See, here's my problem is that you have people who don't even want to use the ATM machine yet, who refuse to get a debit card, let alone someone who's going to go along with using a digital currency. So I don't think it's something. I mean, while it's possible that they do it overnight, I just don't see them doing that.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. I don't know, but it's kind of listing it like that. This is
yeah, because I mean, there's people who still go into the bank who refuse to get a debit card or use the ATM machine. They have to go see a bank teller.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, and people are really hard. I mean, a lot of people hate change. So, and our government usually is not quick to do much. So I'm not sure that this is something they're going to be able to just roll out, but it'll be fascinating to see if they do.
So something that they've been designing and developing for quite some time is the ESG, which is the environment, social,
Yes.
government, right? Is that it? Environmental, social, and governance performance. And right now, in November of last month was the beginning of the compliance period. I think businesses have until 2025. Anybody who's going to be able to draw money or interact with the central bank. Okay, so now we're just talking bank to bank. Okay, any businesses have to be compliant with the ESG.
Yes.
Or it's not going to happen. They're not going to be able to interface with them. And so what is it? It's an actual score where I don't want to scare anybody, but the government is really deep into your personal stuff, and right down to the type of food you buy and
Your
the way
global footprint, so to speak.
Yes.
Your party affiliations.
Yeah, that's
I
just
mean, it will get very personal.
so it tracks your personal impact in the environment, okay, and like through various needs. I'm sorry. Did you want
I
to
just
say
spoke to
something?
Mr.
Go ahead.
Unacceptable. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lisa.
Yeah, this is rather unacceptable, but it's happening. It'll track the news stories and media that you look at and you respond to and you comment on. So yes, the social media sites. It tracks non-governmental organizational information. It's a gigantic, of course, database. So these are data points that they're going to give them weight. They're going to give them a score. And if you have a score of, it's like 0 to 100, if you have a score of 50, you, if like, I think a 0 is a D minus. I went out and I looked to see who is doing the grading. Let me see if
Well,
I'm going to probably have a 0.
I did see this, but China does already have this implemented, and Google has been helping China and helping them with the scores. So if we feel like that it cannot happen over here.
Oh, it definitely is happening. It's happening.
It's happening, and it's already happening now. You just don't know what it is, but it is.
Yes. So they're collecting the data, and so the environmental criteria, like what does ESG measure? Biodiversity and land use, your carbon footprint. So like how much electricity you're using.
Yes. How much water you're using. The
Yes.
whole 9 yards. Yes. And They will
How
check
many?
emails, and I mean, Google is behind this 100%. No, not saying that they're behind what's going on, but they are behind it.
Any
How many
corporate,
cows I eat?
pardon me?
How many cows I eat? Those nasty cows.
Yes, up to you. Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Natural resource conservation, climate policies, waste byproducts. So this stuff is for corporations, and we kind of want them to track, like, are they polluting the rivers and stuff? I mean, some of this makes sense to track, but the level that they're tracking is rather uncomfortable. So social criteria is social vulnerability, consumer protections. This stuff that I have here, I don't know if you guys want to see it. It's stuff you would expect them to track: supply chain, health and demographic risk. What I want to say, when I was working for the health insurance company that shall go unnamed, I did see where they started tracking, literally tracking the food you're eating, right down to the purchases you make in a grocery store. You know, on your
Yeah.
grocery store receipts, it'll put what you bought. They are literally tracking that.
And you wonder
Yeah.
how they track that. You think about all these grocery carts. Every time you think you're getting a deal, they're scanning what you buy.
Yeah, so I mean, it's possible that if they think that you've had too much beef, that hey, you've reached your beef quota, no
Yes.
more beef for you.
Stacking investments. Good to see you. Can somebody get the girls? I know that's a bummer, but
Let me see. I think Rocky already might have got it. Let's see.
thank you, Rocky.
Yeah, it's already gone.
Every aspect of our lives is being tracked, whether you want to believe it or not, but it's being tracked. And they will use this for that reason.
Right. So I think like 2013 is where it became public what they were tracking. They've been tracking earlier than that. But 2013 through 2020, there was a big report about this stuff. You know, having been in IT, I just don't, I have seen so many things go wrong. And I've seen so many data sets that are just pure BS. It's really concerning that they think that they could actually get this right. Yeah, it's not going to be, data's not going to be correct, but they're going to just make decisions based on this data. And it's coming. So I think we should talk about it so that it's not scary. I mean, this is the biggest thing you can do is become educated, as widely educated as possible, because this hits every sector. This hits every single thing that we do. It's a lot of information to understand.
Yes, but then also it could be implemented for us when we want to borrow money. That they will look at this score as well.
Absolutely. They'll look at the score.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you'll have the credit score is going to be important. Your FICO score will still be important.
It will still be important, but this will also go into an account when you are going to be borrowing money. And so, for example, when our kids are going to borrow money, it's going to be a lot harder, whether they have a good credit score or not, to borrow money if they are not, if that particular score isn't good as well, or what the government thinks it should be.
It's going to it's going to affect your health insurance, how much you pay for health insurance.
Yes, that's another thing. Yes.
If you're high risk, prone to diabetes or something like that, they know, if you're following what the doctor says, that all of this is absolutely being implemented. I saw it from the health insurance end.
And Stacking Investments made a good point. Also, I do not use TikTok. I do not have that.
Me neither.
I do not have that.
Right.
I don't use TikTok. I don't use Facebook. I mean, the only thing I'm on YouTube, and I'm on Instagram, and that's pretty much my social media websites.
I don't even do Instagram. But not having a social media score doesn't help you. Okay, because if you have a 0 on your score, it's cumulative. It's like we kind of have to have something. You have to have some footprint so that you at least get a 50. You want to at least have a 50. It's very broad. There's a lot of information about this. It's hard to understand. It's global and it's here.
I'm also not on Twitter.
Yeah, me either. I don't want to be forced to do that.
I might go on Twitter now.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I used to have a Twitter account. I canceled it. I closed it out in early 2021, but I may open a new Twitter account.
And Gen X has made a very good point. And, I think it's good to get yourself in a position where you don't need to borrow money.
Exactly.
And, and I think Lisa and I talked about this week, there's a difference between like old money and new money. If you see families with old money, you see that they are very frugal. They live minimal. Because they're afraid of losing everything that they have. So they protect it more. Whereas new money is more flashy and I'm going to spend and, they're more out to lose it all faster. So they don't preserve their wealth, so to speak.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people have spending problems.
Right. But so if you don't have to have everything, you don't have to be, keep up with the Joneses. And there's a lot to be said to be frugal, to not to have to have the best cars or the best toys. And maybe you can put yourself in a position to where you don't have to borrow money or borrow against credit cards.
So,
That's right.
Gunny, you saying best investment property, you can't make
that. I agree.
I do too, but I saw something where I wondered how are they going to regulate that? They're putting in controls for every house has to have the green compatible infrastructure. So I'm in an old house. I'm in a 1968 little ranch house. I don't have solar panels. I don't have the kind of things that are going to meet this criteria. So they are implementing controls where they are saying that your land, your home, your car all has to meet this green criteria. Yes. And we're going to have to pay for it. This is a separation.
Well, for example, in my area, solar panels aren't going to do much because, especially in the wintertime, we're not getting as much sun. So, I don't know how that is. But what is interesting is somebody came in to talk to my husband and they wanted a commercial.
What are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at Andy's comment about.
He's funny. But somebody came in to want to do a commercial loan against carbon credits. So it was a California company. They wanted to buy acres of trees, so they can have a carbon credit, so that their company can pollute more. So I don't know how they were. I don't think they were able to get the loan, but that is a new thing: is carbon credits. Have you guys heard about that?
That's part of this ESG stuff.
Yeah. So I do have a lot of trees. So if anybody wants to buy my trees and I get to keep them, they're more than welcome.
What kind of trees are they?
Pine and maple. I have pine and maple and all kinds of other pretty ones. I just don't know the name of them.
So we get carbon credits.
There's a lot of people who will come by and pay you good money for them.
Well, they got to keep them on my property, and they're not allowed on my property. They're just buying carbon credits. They're buying the carbon credits. That's all. Rocky Mountain Bear.
I just got a bunch of pawpaw seeds. I think I'll go planting them.
I didn't even know that they had such a thing.
What?
Look what Rocky Mountain Bear put.
Hi, Rocky Mountain Bear. PayPal has reinstated its $2,500 for. Oh, that's part of it too.
Oh, is it really?
Yes. The misinformation, the communication control, that is absolutely part of the WEF.
Yeah, because they came and said they weren't going to do that. You know what they said? I thought it was funny. Well, not really funny, haha. But they said that was a mistake. They said it just ended up in their policy and that they removed it. I said, how do you mistakenly put that verbiage in there? That was not a mistake.
It was a mistake when it got rolled out.
Yeah, it was a mistake that you found out about it.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
And see, I like that. I mean, at least be upfront. I'm thinking now. I'm seriously thinking about dumping PayPal. But you have what? Venmo is now owned by PayPal.
Guys, they're all being tracked.
Yeah, they're all. I mean,
you're not going to be able to get around this. This is
Zelle. Well, Zelle is not owned by PayPal. Zelle is bank to bank, but I mean, I'm sure it's the same. But
they are. I mean, they're really putting a hurting on our lobster fishermen because environmental. And that's just going to make things go up.
And Gunny's going to create his own PayPal.
You really should. Maybe yes.
No, don't do it.
I will back it. I will invest in that company, and then you could go on to.
You have to be green, Gunny. Everything will have to be green. You're going to have an ESG.
Well, he will be green because we don't know much about it, so we'll be starting a company, and he'll be green. Did you think it would get away with that? So a lot of people have done it already.
It was a mistake. They released it too early. It was supposed to be.
Okay, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, Cash App. Okay, so when the digital currency comes into play, there'll be no more cash. All right. And so I started to look into, well, what would drive that? What has to happen in the economy for a quick turnaround like that, like an immediate emergency release? And it's the crashing of the markets, which
so will inflation be able to
happening? What?
Will inflation be able to hit it? For example, like with
adjustable rates, the digital currency will have adjustable rates.
Okay, so like with Bitcoin, you're not going to have inflation because there's so much Bitcoin, and once it's gone, it's gone. So there's no room.
No, that's not even true anymore either. They just make more. So this is not Bitcoin. This is different.
Oh, I realize that, but I'm just saying, like, for example, like with a Bitcoin, which is a crypto, you're not going to have inflation. But with a government-based crypto, you will have inflation. Inflation.
It's not going to. The plan is that they'll be able to regulate it. They'll be more agile with the way that they regulate it.
Yeah, and look how well they're doing now.
The whole thing is that if they did make this immediate break, and it's worth the effort. Okay, this information is really boring and dry, but it's worth the effort to go out to the Fed's website. I mean, it's important to look at it and to really peruse all this stuff and see what is actually happening. It's time to, as boring and dry as it is, it's important to learn about this because it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
We're going
to. I mean, but
with Gen X, though, I don't think it's going to be overnight. I don't think it's going to be something that I'm going to have to worry about, that I'm not going to be able to use cash.
I agree, and that's what I was saying.
Guys, I did not think so either until I started reading it.
Yeah.
Wrong. I may be way wrong about that. I think that those warnings are because out on the WEF's site, they say it's going to be a single day turnover. They tell you it's going to be a single day turnover. It's out there. You need to go out and read this stuff and get
no, and I do, and maybe it's naive, but I'm hoping it doesn't happen that quickly.
I think it would be a big shock to all the people. I don't know how they would get away with it without having civil unrest.
Right. And, this is a good point.
And don't ask, sorry, it's not just left wing. I'm sorry, this is both.
See, and here's the thing is if they thought, 1/6/21. What was a bad thing? Wait until they steal everybody's money.
Yeah.
If you get what I'm saying.
I think it looks to me like they have to create a scenario where all the money is in question anyway, which is kind of what's happening. We're watching that happen in the markets right now. Okay, everything was, all the stocks were overvalued. They're all admitting it. The Fed is trying to level set, but it looks like what the Fed is doing is preemptive to what the WEF wants to roll out. It's not something that anybody's going to be able to just explain in a live stream. It's not something anybody can just explain in any of these videos, and definitely should not be consumed in a spirit of fear.
Mhm.
But you need to be educated, and everybody needs to educate themselves. I really haven't seen a lot of information about it on the streams or in social media. And so that's why I went out to those sources to start reading it. And yeah, it is extremely boring, and it's really hard to read those data sets. I was thinking about doing some breakdowns to show people how to get through those websites, but they're publishing it. Gen X, I agree with you. It won't end well if they just flip a switch. If they do
There's
that,
going to be a lot of people like in trouble. Rocky Mountain Bear, he said something about FTX. I think we're going to have a lot of people being sued and some people going to jail because of that.
that's a whole different thing.
Oh, yes, but it is. But he made the comment, so
Yeah. It's true though. I mean, we're still seeing the fallout from that. They're not talking about the political donations and things that occurred through that. You know, there's a lot of things that they're just burying. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yes.
So it will impact our little coin community a lot.
I will have to ask him. There was a lot of questions I was going to ask him.
Your
but
hubby?
It's just been such a busy weekend. I really haven't. We haven't been able to sit down and talk about it. But
Rocky, I think you're right. You're right.
I think so.
They're insolvent. Listen for those words: liquidity and insolvency.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Those are the words you want to listen for in the media. If you hear those things getting thrown around, pay attention, because that bond market's in trouble. Now, also, when you look at the charts, you have to look at the full scope. It's really scary if you look at the information that they give you from a really small window, like a year. If you look at the year, you're going to see a trend that is quite concerning. It will make your heart skip. But if you look expanded from, say, 2008, from that crisis to today, it's interesting movement what they're doing. So just if you're out at on the Fed's website or the WEF, and you're looking at data sets and you're looking at charts and you get scared, make them broad. Get the big picture, and you see you'll get better observations of what might be happening. That's all I really wanted to say.
And, as far as the tracking is concerned, that's one reason why I buy very little from the online bullion dealers too.
Hi, Steve, and congratulations on your gold win. And Robert, how are you? It's good to see you.
Don't ask. FTX was planned from day one. I think that's where we're going with that. It looks like it.
I will be converting crypto to precious metals as ASAP.
Well, I think it's the only thing that's going to have any value is precious metals. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they sure have been. You need to go out there and look at what they're publishing.
Well, see, here's the thing, though. CBDC is going to be using the blockchain, right? It's going to be on the blockchain, which the blockchain is what cryptocurrencies are on. I think there is going to be a select few cryptocurrencies that do survive, but I think most of them are going to go away.
Um, so that's what it is the blockchain, that this digital currency is
Yes,
running.
right.
And the blockchain is just a bunch of people, a bunch of organizations that throw their data into a big pile, and everybody gets to use their data. It's like open reporting, and everybody, the businesses will pay like subscriptions to mine the data. So that's all those blockchains are, is agreements that we have similar data, like healthcare or health insurance. We have similar data. We're going to put it all in a shared space, and we're going to share the payments, and we're going to be able to merge this data. That's the
Hey,
easiest way.
Nick,
Yes.
can you highlight John Howe's comment there?
Yes.
So this is what a lot of people believe
Wait,
is XRP and X.
Say hi to NH
Huh?
Greg before we get started. I'm sorry.
Oh, so a lot of people do believe that XRP and XLM are going to be the way out of CBDC, because XRP supposedly is going to be the financial bank to bank, how they do transactions between financial institutions, and XLM would be the person to person transaction, like for point of sales.
I thought
How you could possibly escape the CBDC slavery, basically.
so. I thought XRP just went through, and they lost it, the SEC battle. So did the ETH, the original ETH. I forget what they call it. Ethereum, the original Ethereum Classic lost, and there was one other, the USD coin. So I thought XRP was dead.
I don't think it's dead, although I'm not really following that story. I don't have XRP. I don't buy it. But I think it's still in court.
No, I think that it just
did
got
they?
resolved. Yeah. Yeah.
I meant miss.
Oh, John Howe just said XRP won. So I can't confirm that. I don't know.
XRP didn't win. Neither did ETH Classic. I'm going to go look for that, because I don't think XRP.
Yeah.
I know there was debates about it, and there's stuff on social media. I think they challenged it, but I don't think XRP is still a viable coin. What I was looking up was yesterday, was it, I forget her name or her ID, 79 or 72 or 76. Who is that? Terry?
Yeah, Terry,
Yes.
79. Yep.
Yes.
Okay. She was mentioning the ISO, which is International Security Standards. It's like a governance organization, but there were some compliance certified coins, and naturally you would think, okay, well, if this is all getting rolled out, then those crypto coins that are already ISO certified must be, hey, maybe we're going to make some money, right? But there's several of them on that list. There's like 7 or 8 of them, but they look like they were test coins. It doesn't look like
because
money right now. And XRP was at 39 cents. Like,
and XLM was at 8 cents the other day, and but those are the ISO compliant tokens.
So there's a lot of questions. It's a lot of good conversations out here. So somebody was saying about the US dollar being so strong. The only reason the US dollar is strong right now is because all the other currencies are tanking so much. So our dollar is not going to have value for forever. Okay, this is a world problem, which is why we should be paying attention to it.
Heather's chubby hubby, how are you? Oh, since Heather's chubby hubby's in, sorry to deviate from the conversation, but I have a little teaser. We're gonna have 3 ladies back together again for a special. Don't know when we'll let you know closer to that time. but
You can say the word. You can say that we just don't know the date time. Right?
Okay, so so myself, Lisa, and Diane will be back at the cabin for a Christmas special.
Right, we're gonna have a little Christmas special.
Yep, and we'll probably have a little bit of a later stream than we had been. So we're gonna get the ladies back together and have some maybe hot cocoa and some, Christmas jammies. I don't know. But we're gonna have
maybe we'll get Diane to sing for us.
Yes, some Christmas. We will Christmas carol that evening.
Yeah.
And also I have to tell you, with Lisa on, I have not rolled my eyes as much. I have not had to make many faces.
You're making faces at the things I'm saying?
No. I'm saying I have not had to make many faces, and I have not had to rein you in with my eye roll.
That's because I'm being respectful, Nick.
Well, I mean, I don't think that you would literally say anything to make me want to, controversial stuff that's, okay. But,
I would.
Yes, I'm sure you would.
Can you highlight Gunny a little further up what he said?
Gunny. How far up?
8:55 p.m. Well, I guess they're all pretty much close to 8:55.
I'll find it. This one?
Yeah. So I mean, one thing is I think
I agree. I do.
Yeah, and I mean, I think Amazon is one of the biggest problems.
And I do not shop from Amazon, FYI. I do not. I'm not one of the Amazon shoppers. I can always find a better deal elsewhere.
Yeah, as and I think what a lot of people think that Amazon may be the cheap.
I'm sorry. Hang on. Sorry.
Amazon is actually more expensive for a lot of things because I've done price comparisons with Amazon and then if you shop local. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't look at is Amazon for a lot of stuff, especially food, because you can order food, and they deliver from Whole Foods or whatever. Amazon is way more expensive than a lot of places.
Owns Whole Foods now.
Yeah. They do, but it's cheaper to go to Whole Foods than it is to buy it off of Amazon. I've seen for some products.
Okay, I'm sorry, but that Michigan guy, he really needs to start catching the ball because that was easy.
Sorry about the feedback, guys.
That's okay. They need to make those catches if they're gonna win.
I didn't have my eyes on the TV.
Yeah, well, obviously there's a flag on the play. Illegal forward pass. So there was a call today in the Georgia game. Was it the Georgia game? No, it was a game before Georgia. What was it, TSU?
Yeah, TSU was earlier.
Anyways, there was almost a question of whether or not it was the tuck rule.
Did you see really?
That? Yeah. And it wasn't.
Nah, I was watching it a little bit.
How are you? What's that?
I was watching it a little bit, but I didn't have the volume on.
Oh. Yeah, he was, but I don't know what did they call it I don't remember what
sorry.
Okay. Here comes the eye roll. Okay. Who's good? Oh, is somebody gonna say something to make me eye roll? I'm doing good, thank you.
Don't ask. Yeah, here comes the eye roll.
Yes. I don't know. Silver Wolverine, he's being okay tonight.
I just went shopping at Whole Foods for Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh, is that expensive?
Oh my gosh, it's always been expensive though. That's nothing new,
Yeah. I'm not going to reference, Belichick being fired or Fenway being a dump or anything like that tonight.
Stop.
I said I'm not.
Yeah. That's right, Gen X.
I punch you.
Thomas Buckley, what are we going to talk about aliens now? Put Thomas Buckley's up there.
This is a good start to the conversation, though. I mean, I think there's going to be a lot more to, learn, and a lot more things that we will discover. But it's something I do think that we all need to educate ourselves more on. And
I mean, it's definitely at least something to be mindful of and not
Fearful.
discount it.
Yeah. It's like educate yourself. This is the kind of thing that everybody's going to have their own understanding of.
yes,
It's
absolutely.
not going to be something that someone's going to be able to spoon feed you everything from one or two different sources. This is very complex.
Thank you.
Right. With everything else, do your own research, do your homework, and come to your own understandings and conclusions.
I don't do Whole Foods. I do Trader Joe's. Just kidding. I don't do them either.
Oh, Metal Dragon. Why is Maine boycotting Whole Foods?
Yeah, I don't know that either. I don't know why. That is
Let's read John's. Our currency went gold back on the 24th, Thanksgiving Day. However, it is not the fiat dollar. It is the new currency and will be out in exchange by the end of January. More info, John Howe.
Well,
What?
I heard Whole Foods said they were no longer going to carry Maine lobster.
Oh, is that right? Maybe that's why.
That's what I heard.
Wait a minute.
Regulations now. Anyways, I mean, I'm be surprised if they're going to be able to fish for lobster anymore. I mean, I'm exaggerating, but it's.
Well, they're claiming their excuse is that when they net or however whatever the term is when they go catch the lobsters that they're catching whales.
I know, right?
That's their
Silver gator. Yeah, they're saying that they're bothering some particular fish or something. I don't remember. I mean, there was a time, I don't know if Metal Dragon remembers this, but they were so concerned with the lobsters and how you have to, you boil them alive. Hampton Consultants, go dogs. Yeah.
Consultant.
But that they wanted to give them some marijuana so they wouldn't feel it when they were in the hot water. That we were not, that it was not humane how we ate lobsters.
I kind of have to agree with that. It's not a pleasant experience to watch that.
No, it's not a pleasant experience either to hear it against the pot and go.
Yeah, I don't eat it, but oh my gosh, Hampton Consultants. That sounds swamp cabbage.
Oh, swamp cabbage, yeah.
Yeah,
more tasty. Potluck. Yes, they wanted to give them some like dope because it would be more humane. This was a couple years ago that they were trying to do this. I don't eat lobster either. I'd rather have the fried fish, but I do know where to go get some good lobsters. And that is true. I saw that. But lobsters were the poor man's food at one time. And it was the Rockefellers that came up to the state that made it a rich man's food. Right?
Oh, Mr. Boudreau, the White House had no problem feeding them out at a big dinner the other night. Yeah, they had a state dinner. I didn't see it. I forgot to look that up and see how that went. I don't see the news too much.
Oh, it's funny about windmills because, when Senator Kennedy was still alive, he would not allow them to put windmills in Martha's Vineyard because he did not want to see them when he looked out out his window out into the ocean. So,
is that right?
So he didn't want them.
Steve Woods comment. Throw the lobsters out. I'll take the food.
Sure. You could, yes. It won't be long, probably.
Gen X, I need dope to handle conversation about grocery stores. We'll have at it.
Maybe, I don't know. I need dope to handle conversations.
Hey, so while we have a lot of people in the stream too, let's we have the Toys for Tots auction for the Coin Tribe coming up too. And there's some really good stuff that is going up for auction for a good cause for the Toys for Tots. So that's going to be on Thursday, right, Nick?
What's that?
Toys for Tots.
I believe it's going to be on the Coin for Cause channel, right? They're going to be doing an auction for the Toys for Tots, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then
and there's really interesting stuff that's up for auction.
A lot of great donations. I don't remember what I saw. I wasn't in the stream, but I went back to look at some of the coins. But I don't remember. But I think that they did do a preview, right? They did a preview. They did it this last Thursday.
Yeah. I just wanted to remind everybody and invite people to come to it if you didn't know. So why are you looking at it that way, Chu? What's that face for? Oh, they're killing this industry because they want to put the windmill farm far out at sea. I can't get through that. Oh, there we go. Wait, hold on. John's. Our currency will be rainbow and will be backed by precious metals. The new system is called QFS, Quantum Financial System. This is all in place and ready to move forward. The talk tonight helps. Thanks, John. So I'm going to look this up. Quantum Financial System. I feel so far behind. I feel like I'm really lagging on this information.
Yeah, I'm going to write this down too.
Yeah.
Quantum Financial System. So, John, are you in the industry? Do you sound like you know about this stuff? I'm not seeing it.
Thank you.
Doug, yes, I don't eat lobsters. It's not my thing. I do like my thing is the fried clams.
There's so many moving parts to these changes, and it really does look like they are poised and ready to pull the trigger, which is very surprising. Because they haven't socialized this downstream much at all, and it's almost like they're not going to be able to do it. Maybe what do they think, that they can just not tell people?
Yes, okay. So it's this Thursday.
I mean, CBDC is going to happen. The question remains, how fast are they going to roll it out, over what time frame? But to say that it's not going to happen, I think is not the best. It's going to happen. Definitely. The question is when. Is it going to be overnight? I have my doubts about that, but it is for sure going to happen. Now, are they going to be able to phase cash out immediately? I don't think so. I think cash is going to have to be used during the phase in which it's implemented. I think you're going to have both. You're going to have the CBDC, you're going to have cash, but I think at some point cash probably will be phased out. I just think it's going to be slower than faster.
Oh, are you the CIA?
What are you talking about, Nick?
Oh, look at the screen.
Oh, John, this is good information.
It is. I was teasing him, but it would be cool if you were the CIA.
So I think you guys should look that up. Can you put his other that back up? The Quantum Financial System. That would be something to look up.
Where did I see that?
Well, Thomas, that's the thing. We don't want to stress about this, but you will stress if something happens and it's like you've been in the dark and you haven't thought about, how's it going to go down? Like there's some people who are pushing this thing that all the debt is going to be like your mortgage and will be just what, forgiven. There'll be no mortgage. All debt will just be wiped away. I don't see how they would ever do that. Have you ever had anything like that ever happen? I don't see that happening. So people were saying, oh, should we go out and buy a house and buy new cars and build up the debt and then it'll be forgiven and I get to have these things? That's not how it's going to work.
Yeah,
There's nothing free.
No fear. So I do think it helps to ask questions, talk about it, and this create some exposure. Like, had we not spoken about this, I would not have known what John was talking about.
Mm-hmm. No, I think it's a great conversation. I think that we all,
it's great to have these conversations, to be open-minded about everything. You may not agree with everything, but the conversation, it's a good idea.
Nothing in this world is free. No, not unless you're never mind. I'm not going to go there.
Yeah, it's a very sensitive topic. So, Doug, I've been telling people since 96, and I was told conspiracy theories. Exactly, Doug. But now they call me Soil Alert. Soil Alert? What is that? City. Look at it. Yeah.
Good night, Hampton Consultants.
This is right, Dennis. Good night, Hampton.
Yeah, that's what Terry was saying. ISO 20022. That's what she put in the chat yesterday.
Yeah. So I spent a lot of time today looking up things and like, oh my God, it's such a deep dive. But yeah, it's close. It's close. Jack, it will happen in our lifetime.
Spoil alert. I gotcha.
Oh, spoil alert. Okay, yeah. I was trying to figure out what does he mean?
Yeah, it's replacing the SWIFT.
Yes.
The SWIFT payment system.
I was looking that up too. So we're all going to get this ESG score. My approach is I'm going to be the gray man digitally. I'll probably comply, get my score, and lay low through the change. I'm almost completely out of debt, and I don't know if that's going to be helpful though, because I think that the goal is for nobody to own anything. That's a real goal. They have that verbiage on the WEF, World Economic Forum website.
I hate to say this word, but national reset.
It is, though.
Yeah.
You're talking about the dollar reset?
Talking about the national reset, resetting it all. All the financial.
Yeah.
Reset.
Right.
Yeah, John House, starting now, it has already started. That's what I'm seeing too. That's why I wanted to talk about it, because it does look like it.
I won't either.
It's going to impact us in a very big way. But where is it being socialized? Where are we hearing about it? On YouTube or from each other? But there's really
socialism has already started in this country, and if you don't think it has, we're fooling ourselves.
I'm not talking about that.
It most certainly has.
Yeah,
I mean, it starts at. First of all, it starts at who we're electing.
It already started during the COVID, and I'm going to say it. I don't know why people say the C word, but it's already started during COVID. When you went to the grocery store and you could only get 2 packs of toilet paper, you don't think you're being rationed? That's not being rationed. Or when you could only get 2 cleaning supplies. I mean, we were told how much we can and cannot buy. When has that ever happened? So maybe during the Great Depression.
Well, yeah, they're making comparisons. So, Doug M., yes, like what we're doing now is social media presence. And yes, our words are being tracked. Yes. So that's why we're saying I'm saying I'm going to comply. I'm not going to let fear take over. But I mean, I don't know how we would do it by non-compliance. Like, would that be helpful? So I'm
Unacceptable. I agree, Mr. Doughboy. This is all unacceptable. So unacceptable. COVID was a test run.
Steve Woods, yeah. Social Security started social policies. Really, Steve? I need to look at that.
Yeah, and which president did that happen under? Didn't that Social Security and welfare and the whole
Nick,
9 yards were started at the
Nick,
same time. Yeah.
There's a saying by indigenous tribes that both wings are on the same bird. Both wings on the same bird. Left and right wings. This did not come from one side or the other. This has been going on for a long time.
Yes, but look at the social president. I think it was
Mr. Magoo.
Roosevelt.
Oh,
it was Roosevelt.
Okay.
Mr. Magoo.
It was Roosevelt that started putting these.
I didn't say the words. It's like that though, right?
Storage unit. Let me see. You just bought a storage unit.
Full of
toilet paper, rubbing
alcohol. Oh my gosh, Flag City, you got some interesting stuff going
Seriously, I would love that storage unit. I love my Clorox bleach wipe, so the alcohol would be awesome.
Yes, Stacking Investigator says SSI is socialism and also pyramid scheme. There's
bullets.
But what I want to say is, going forward, you're going to have to be careful about these little things that we say. Yeah. Metal Dragon, your bullets aren't going to help you. You're not going to have enough. World War II ratio cards, tickets, books, just in case. I don't know what that is, Miss Boudreaux.
So if we have to be, if we do run out of toilet paper or whatever, I do have an alternative, and that's these.
What is that?
It's a cold back. I'm just kidding.
Don't be saying that. So, Connie, it kind of looks like that what they're going to do, because Social Security will be wiped out in like 12 years or something. They're doing that what is that government? Everybody gets some kind of government stipend or something. What is that called? I'm sorry, I can't remember it. Yeah, I think that's going to be part of this rollout plan. Yeah, Rocky. All of us in the retirement stage everybody's concerned about that. Yeah, that's a good point, Gunny. It's a marathon, not a race. That's right.
Investments. I think that's the way to go. Isn't that what our Go ahead.
See, and I agree with that with everything. Whether even silver, gold, it's not something that you need to rush into and raids and all that kind of stuff slowly over time.
Yeah, you have to make a plan. Universal basic income. Thank you, Andy. That was like, duh. So that's what I think is going to replace Social Security. That's what they're doing.
And this is kind of true as well. And they just raised so I think we talked about this. So Wolverine, they raised Social Security, the highest price increase since 1981.
Sure did.
So, they seem to think it's going to be around that. That was a huge cost of living raise for Social Security.
I'm John Howe. What business sector are you in? What industry are you in? Do you? I think you're right. Social Security will be fine.
I think you'll be surprised. I think the government is trying to tell us what to. Hi, Paul Hampton. Is trying to at times tell us what to eat, and there's a reason why Bill Gates and all these other people are buying up land in the United States.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, the government knows what's best for you. Didn't you know that?
Of course they do. Yes, I'm sure they. Yes, they think they do. But
Right, still talking about toilet paper. I'm sorry, hang on. I'll be able to sell the one ply for Copper Angels.
Oh, I got a lot of toilet paper. Soap. I got a lot of.
Gen X, that's true.
hi, Thomas. Good to see you.
Is that Eagle Steve? Hello, everyone. Hey, Eagle Steve. Oh, I'm okay. John House, sorry, I cannot tell you that we are going to be a restored constitutional republic.
Now, I thought, oh, well, maybe you were,
That's interesting, John. That's interesting.
what did you see? I'm sorry, because I mean, there's several different conversations going on, so
I asked John what industry he's from. He's dropping some interesting info
Right.
bombs out here, and I wanted to know what industry he was in.
And I agree. I think, you know, along with precious metals, I feel like land is a great investment, and it's good to have, especially if you want to grow your own food, and if it comes to that a time like that, and also buying property where there is fresh water or water that you can, you know, use and drink.
Yep,
So,
they're definitely not making more land. That's for sure.
No, and Bill Gates, just look it up. See how much land he has purchased in the past couple of years.
yeah. I mean, there's some interesting innovations for food production. When you look up some of that stuff, you can see what they've got going on at the WEF. I mean, some of it's not all incorrect, all wrong, but it's the way they're doing it is just very the control of the individual to the nth degree is what's concerning. Like, why do they feel like they have to control to this level?
Our growing season's not very long, 3 to 4 months, if that. But you know, you got greenhouses and.
Yes, Doug M. Nobody's stopping them. John, common law and not maritime law. Remember, since the Act of 1871. Oh, I remember about this. We have been U.S. of America. Yeah, I saw some channels that were talking about that.
Welcome to the Hunger Games.
Heather's chubby hubby. Not saying you're wrong here. What did Gunny say? I'm eavesdropping in their conversation.
Now that something that Gunny just said right there is when systems crash. So as a you know, in banking, if somebody was to hack into our grid, you have to be able to have cash on hand because you won't be able to get to the ATMs. If that was to happen, we'll say.
Yep.
ATMs, your any type of banking, you know, they can't look up your accounts, the whole 9 yards. So you're going to have to have cash on hand.
It's a great idea. That's a good point. It's a great idea to have plenty of cash outside of the banking system.
But if cash is no longer legal tender, you're only going to be able to exchange it as a bartering tool between two individuals. You're not going to be able to use it to buy at a store or something, because that store is not going to be able to make the deposit into the bank. So it will just be like a bartering tender.
And I'm not talking about, Y2K. What if China decides to hack into our system?
Like they're not now.
Yeah, so they could wipe. I mean, you really, I feel like you need to have cash on hand.
Do you guys remember Y2K?
I do remember Y2K, and I hate to say that I do, because
I remember
that was a long time ago, and I just remember conversions and us being, so worried that things weren't going to be converted over, and
nothing happened.
And nothing happened, and it was like, yeah, we were all so worked up that it was like a letdown, and nothing happened, because we were so prepared at work.
Polly, China, wipe my debt clean, please.
Really? Yeah, that's the thing. They're going to take your money, but they're going to let you.
Don't you feel sorry for the way these people are being treated, the workers there?
Not. What's that?
Have you seen how the workers are being treated in China? I mean, they have got it horrible over there.
Yeah, well, they shouldn't have moved to China to begin with. In the United States,
it's not the people who moved to China.
The companies moved to China. Yes, they did.
No, it's the people in China are being seriously abused.
Exactly. But you have Apple, and you have a lot of companies that have moved from the United States over to China that hire these people.
Yeah. Celtic Knot, I don't think we're going to get EMP'd. I think too much control is necessary over the grids, and I think they're going to ensure that they have the control, and I don't see an EMP happening.
I didn't know
We'll
this.
Never lose all that control.
I never heard this.
What?
On the screen. And Prior Precious Metals is in the house.
Yeah, John. This is true. I've heard this. They're saying this on mainstream media right now. The Fed is losing its liquidity.
What's going on there, Stormy?
That's what I heard too, John, that it was
Polly just wants anybody to wipe out his debt. China, Stormy, anybody.
Well, if you're in debt, don't buy so many precious metals.
Yeah. Agreed.
I agree with you.
I agree with you again.
So, see, I know. I'm always right. Or sell some of your precious metals, pay off your debt, and then buy more. I think Stormy did a video on it. So watch his videos, Polly.
So don't ask. You think that they'll do the EMP to gain control? Is that what you're saying? The Fed is dead, as is the IRS. I don't know. Well, yeah.
Figures.
I don't know. This is an interesting time to be alive.
Oh, well, Stormy, I got your dancing babies on the Channel Hall of Fame.
Well,
hey, Nick.
Yeah.
We've been going for a strong hour and a half.
Yeah.
And might be time to start wrapping it up, you think?
Yeah, sure.
Say bye to all these awesome people in the chat.
Goodbye.
Well, it was interesting.
It was a good conversation, and I appreciate you guys being here tonight.
So let's remember the Coin Tribes Toys for Tot or auction.
Mm-hmm. Right. And that's going to be Thursday at 8:00, and that will be for Toys for Tots, right? Coins for a Cause.
Yeah. And
Yeah, so I think this was a very good conversation to have, and I think definitely for everybody to stay open minded to. Like I said, I don't know how fast this is actually going to take place. I don't think it's going to be overnight, but that's just my opinion. But CBDC is coming, and that's pretty much fact.
yeah,
Agreed.
I have to say that. I completely agree.
Goodness.
So awesome.
Much love and
Well,
respect, everyone. That's
Thank
Jeff
you for everybody that was in the chat joining us tonight too.
sending everybody.
yep. Thanks for having us, Nick.
Thank you, Nick.
Bye. See you guys next time.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.